5 years ago, I taught my protege everything: how to code, how to pitch, how to build a billion-dollar tech company from nothing. Last month, when she became CEO and fired me, she made one fatal mistake. She never read the contract I wrote when we started. Article 7, the clause that would destroy everything she'd stolen from me. As she slid my termination papers across that boardroom table with a smirk, she had no idea she was signing her own corporate death warrant. If you've ever been backstabbed by someone you mentored, someone you trusted with everything, hit that subscribe button right now. Because this isn't just a revenge story, it's proof that the universe has a sense of irony. Like this video if you believe that karma keeps receipts. And let me show you exactly how my protege's betrayal became her billion-dollar downfall. The mahogany conference table reflected her face perfectly that morning. Confident, cold, victorious. Sarah, my protege, my former student, now CEO of the company I'd built with my bare hands, was firing me. "Pack your awards," she said. Those 3 words delivered with the casual cruelty of someone who'd forgotten where they came from. Behind her, floor-to-ceiling windows framed Manhattan's skyline, each building a monument to ambition. The board members sat silent, watching this execution like it was routine maintenance. But to understand the magnitude of her mistake, I need to take you back 5 years. I was 32, holding multiple patents in adaptive AI, but stuck in a dead-end job at a consulting firm that didn't understand what they had. Sarah was 24, fresh from Stanford, drowning in her father's venture capital world, but desperate to prove she was more than just daddy's princess. We met at a Women in Tech conference where I was presenting my paper on cost reduction algorithms. She cornered me at the coffee break, eyes blazing with hunger. I recognized, "Your presentation was brilliant, but you're wasting it on theory. I know how to make money, you know how to build things. Teach me what you know, and I'll teach you what I know." The arrogance should have warned me. Instead, it charmed me. Our first meeting was in my cramped apartment, whiteboards covering every wall. I started with basics: Python, data structures, system architecture. She was a disaster at first, mixing up functions and variables, crashing simple programs. But she had something rare. She wasn't afraid to fail spectacularly. "Show me again," she'd say after her 100th error. No ego, just determination. So I did. Hour after hour, weekend after weekend. I taught her my frameworks, my methodologies, my proprietary approaches to machine learning that had taken me a decade to develop. 6 months in, she could code. 8 months in, she understood my algorithms. By year 1, she was presenting my ideas like she'd been born knowing them. I was so proud. My protege, my professional daughter, the legacy I'd leave in tech. We incorporated Technova Industries in my garage on a rainy Thursday. I'd spent weeks teaching myself corporate law, too paranoid and too broke to hire lawyers. While Sarah networked and practiced pitches, I drafted every legal document myself, including our founding agreement. "This is boring," she laughed, barely glancing at the pages. "I trust you completely. You're the genius here." Article 7 was buried on page 12, the founding technical officer clause. In the event of involuntary termination without documented cause, all intellectual property, including but not limited to code, algorithms, system architectures, and technical innovations created by the founding technical officer, immediately revert to their personal ownership, irrespective of company usage or implementation. She signed it while texting, not reading a single word. She said, "Whatever protects us." The irony was beautiful. She thought I was protecting us from outside threats. I was protecting myself from her. The early days were magical. We worked 20-hour days, surviving on energy drinks and shared dreams. I built our entire platform from scratch while teaching her every step. She absorbed it all, not just the technical knowledge, but my thinking patterns, my problem-solving approaches, my innovative frameworks. "You're not just my mentor," she said one night at 3 a.m., debugging beside me. "You're the sister I never had, the mother who actually understands me. When this succeeds, it's because of you." I believed her. God help me, I believed every word. Our breakthrough came 18 months in. my adaptive AI model that could reduce cloud computing costs by 43%. Companies would save millions. Sarah pitched it perfectly, using every technique I'd taught her, every insight I'd shared. The Series A funding came fast, 10 million. Then Series B, 50 million. That's when her father entered the picture. Richard Blackstone, venture capital royalty, suddenly very interested in his daughter's little project. Board meetings became family affairs. My technical presentations were cut short so Sarah could discuss vision and market positioning, using my words, my ideas, repackaged in her voice. The IPO changed everything. 200 million valuation, headlines everywhere. Young female CEO disrupts tech industry. My name appeared once, in paragraph 8, as technical staff. The betrayal came in drops, then streams, then floods. She hired a new CTO above me, claiming I needed support for scaling. She restructured my team, without consultation. She presented my innovations at conferences while I sat in the audience, invisible. The Aspen Investor Retreat was the breaking point. Watching her receive a standing ovation for presenting my life's work as her vision. But I didn't explode. I didn't confront. I observed. I learned. And I prepared. For 3 months before my termination, I executed my plan with surgical precision. Every line of code, every algorithm, every system I'd built, I documented its creation under my personal LLC, predating the company's formation. I backed up everything on private servers in Zurich, owned by a holding company I'd established. Most importantly, I embedded a biometric kill switch in the core architecture. Without my fingerprint scan every 72 hours, the entire system would lock. Sarah made it easier by isolating me. Meetings I wasn't invited to, decisions I wasn't consulted on. The perfect cover for my preparations. She was so busy playing CEO, courting investors, taking credit, that she never noticed her mentor was architecting her downfall. The morning of my termination, I dressed carefully. My best suit, the one I'd worn to our first investor pitch. I wanted to look perfect for the execution of my 5-year plan. "The company has evolved beyond your skill set," she said, reading from HR's script. "We thank you for your early contributions, but it's time for new leadership." I signed slowly, savoring each letter of my name. Behind Sarah, Mr. Dalton from the Investors Council reached for my folder, probably expecting standard termination paperwork. His fingers stopped on page 12. The blood literally drained from her face. I watched it happen, pink to white, in 3 seconds. Article 7. He whispered, then shouted. "The founding technical officer clause. Tell me you didn't just fire her without cause." Sarah's smirk crumbled. "What clause?" "The one that gives her back everything," Dalton said, voice breaking. "Every algorithm, every line of code, every system she built. It all reverts to her personal ownership if you fire her without documented cause." The next sound was Sarah's father's coffee cup shattering on the floor. "That's impossible," Sarah stammered. "She can't just take our entire platform." "I'm not taking anything," I said quietly. "I'm reclaiming what was always mine. You just borrowed it for 5 years." Her father grabbed the contract, reading frantically. "This is legal?" Dalton confirmed. "Ironclad. She owns everything technical. We can't run a single function without her permission." Sarah looked at me with tears forming, not of sadness, but of rage. "You planned this." I confirmed. 5 years ago. When you signed without reading, when you trusted me completely, just like I trusted you. Within hours, their legal team confirmed the catastrophe. Within days, the platform began failing. The kill switch I'd embedded, activating. Within a week, I'd incorporated my new company, Prometheus Systems, and began migrating their clients who suddenly couldn't access their data on Sarah's broken platform. The media frenzy was intoxicating. Tech CEO's betrayal costs everything. The mentor who destroyed her protégé. How one paragraph killed a unicorn. Sarah tried everything. Lawsuits, claiming fraud, even begging. Her father offered me $50 million to license the technology back. I declined. Some things are worth more than money. Last Tuesday, a package arrived at my new office.
Inside was a photo from our early days, both of us smiling over laptops in my garage, building dreams together. On the back, her handwriting. "I'm sorry. You were everything to me once. I lost myself." I kept the photo, not from sentiment, but as a reminder. When you teach someone everything you know, teach them everything except how to destroy you. The sweetest part? She became exactly what I taught her to be: brilliant, ambitious, ruthless. She learned every lesson perfectly, except the most important one: always read the contract. Her company dissolved last month. The board removed her. Investors pulled out. Clients fled. She who had taken everything from me was left with nothing. The protégé who betrayed her mentor learned the final lesson I had to teach. Karma doesn't forget, it just waits for the perfect moment to collect.
They say the best teachers are those who make themselves obsolete, but the wisest teachers are those who protect themselves from their students. Sarah taught me that brilliance without loyalty is just a weapon waiting to turn on you. And sometimes, the best revenge is simply letting someone suffer the consequences of their own choices. Have you ever been betrayed by someone you taught everything to? Share your story in the comments. I read every single one. If this tale of poetic justice satisfied your soul, destroy that like button and subscribe for more stories where karma keeps perfect records. And remember, when mentoring someone, always keep one lesson to yourself. Until next time.